Hi everybody, it is me, Natattack, and this is our 5th Linocut video in our Linocut journey. I'm very excited. This one is an ant. It's in our 12 bug series, so you'll be seeing those coming out. So let's get started. I like to start all of my tracing set up the same. So nothing really has changed from last time, but it's a glass pane with my printed off ant and taping the tracing paper down. Yeah, it's nothing too exciting. I like to use the pane because I can move it, and I can also use it for my ink. So it's just great to have one thing that in my arsenal that has multiple uses. Now it's time to trace our image. This is why I really like using a pane. It's easy to manipulate, so you can trace it without getting smudges. Now, that being said, my camera setup is pretty silly, and as you can see, the arm of the camera stand is in the corner, so I can't really move it as much as I'd want, but I don't really want to get a new setup yet. Maybe one day, but currently I'm just gonna keep using this setup. One thing I did different this time around, and I'm always, learning new things, finding out different ways to do things. I know you can do this with a spoon or something when you're transferring, but from what I've read and saw, that you just use pencil. You know what places you've already touched in the transfer. I've got this square pencil. So again, I'm not really an artist, so I don't really know what any of this means, what this is used for, but even if I'm using it wrong in this situation, I'm using it perfectly fine. Now it's on to the tracing. Just tracing it out with a Sharpie. Yeah, it's maybe I can use a different Sharpie in the future. There's something a little off about this, since you can really only get one width. I feel like with the fatter tip Sharpies, you can angle it in a way to kind of show more of these details, whereas most of this I am just hoping that I'll know what I want when I'm cutting it. So maybe I'll use an actual Sharpie instead of a fine tip, but I bought the fine tips, so I will use them until they run out of ink. Okay, now one thing I wanted to do is show that I'm cutting out the extra block that we won't be using. I don't know why I'm adding this. It's not that interesting. Basically, we're trying to make a bunch of different stamps, so I want to get rid of stuff that's going to get in the way, but I can't get rid of too much because it's really hard to cut the edges, so hopefully this works out for us. Alright, now for the meat of the video, or the tofu. I am vegan. This little part, I think we're just gonna keep it at a little bit sped up, not super sped up like I have done, and maybe this is the more ranting version or ranting section of the video. If you're watching this, thank you, but I don't know what the point is of making these videos yet. I know part of the point, and part of the point is I do a bunch of crafts, or I do a bunch of projects in my life so far, and then I either forget that I did them completely until someone reminds me of, hey, remember when you did this, Nathaniel? And I'm like, oh yeah, I do remember that. That was cool. I don't have any pictures of it. I just have the memories. And while I love living in the moment, or just experiencing life as a natural human, we do have this ability to kind of look at things and save things for later. And I really like this, making these videos, because they're not that much. Doesn't take a lot of time to make these videos. And if this is something that I really get good at, or if this is something I just really enjoy for the rest of my life, I'll have these videos to go back and look and be like, oh wow, we were really bad at that point, cool, we've really grown. Or maybe I don't get better and I can just be like, wow, at least we stayed committed to something. The other part is, I like making videos, so it's can I make a better video than before? But I'm not trying to become a YouTuber. I really love my day job. I like my day job, not love, but I like it. Like anyone who likes their job. But so yeah, I'm not trying to become a YouTuber. I'm just making YouTube videos. So I hope you like this. This, like I said at the beginning, this is our second ant. We're gonna be doing, when I say me, I'm gonna be doing 12 ants. I'm not quite sure which one I'm gonna do next, or not 12 ants, 12 bugs. Not sure which one I'm gonna do next, but it's gonna be alright. It's gonna be fun, and I'm gonna make a little booklet, and I have some ideas for it. I will show kind of our failures at the bit, at this next section, the next short section. But it is going to be 12 bugs with 12 accessories. So there'll be hats and sunglasses and all this other silly kind of things added to these prints. But not, I don't know where I'm going with that. It's just gonna be fun. So let's move on, and we will see you later, or at the end, or I'm gonna stop talking. Okay, here's a little bit of kind of the failure that we dealt with. So the plan was black, stamped black bugs with a gold or yellow stamp accessory. I like the idea of of making a stamp for all of the different accessories, but it turns out that stamp ink is not as powerful. A yellow over a black is not as powerful, even with the layers, as if I was using real ink, or I don't know, it's all ink, it's all real, but the roller type of ink. And because these are so small, it's just not something I want to be rolling out. So yeah, we cut out a bow tie, and you'll see that we kind of have our hat from our first one. But unfortunately, I didn't record it. But I got a paint pen, a golden paint pen, and so that's what we'll be using for the accessories. We're making kind of silly accessories with the golden paint pen. I love the images as themselves, but we had just done all these ravens, so kind of want to do something a little bit different than just the Linocut with just one layer. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you around very soon, right?